Hey, how you doing? Welcome back. This is a video all about how to light yourself when you're making a really basic video and don't have any of the fancy stuff. I've got a big light up here. I've got two lights back here. Let's take a look at them. I'll grab my Osmo Pocket 3. So I've got this great big light up here that lights me. That's called my key light. It sets right next to the camera here at a 45-degree angle. If I spin that around, I've got a light back here hidden by this bookshelf in my main shot, which actually casts this light onto the wall right here to separate me from the background a little bit. I've got this light over here on my desk, which is actually acting as a desk light, but really it's a video light, again, to just make the background pop a little bit. It can be a little confusing. Oh, that's 1, 2, 3 lights. What if you don't have one light? Let's literally leave all these lights behind right now and I'll show you. Let's head over this way. Let's bring this camera with us. It's going to show us exactly where we're going. What do I have right here?
A window.
Yep, that's right, it's a window. And look, this is it. This is how simple it can get. All you need is a great big source of natural light, like a window like this. And it is the simplest and easiest way to light yourself. We could actually even forget all the professional lighting that I have there behind me. And for the purposes of this video, why don't we do that right now? Okay, so here we go, here I am. I'm in basically a dark room with only the window illuminating me. I've got this nice even light across my face, which looks pretty good, I think. Like, it's not too bad. It's not the most flattering light, but we'll jump into that in a second. If you're in a pinch and you need to light yourself, this is the first step. Now, before you run away and record your next YouTube video, there's one more thing we want to do. The background looks a bit flat, a bit dark, a bit dingy. So how do we counter that? Well, what we do is we just turn a couple of lights on. And no, I'm not talking about my professional video lights. I'm just talking about the lights that are in the room. I'm gonna get Siri's help here. Let's see if he can help me. Hey Siri, turn on my lamp. You notice it adds a bit of definition, a bit of depth right there, but now this side is a little bit dark. So what I'm gonna do is try and put a light on over there. Look at the little monitor here to check it as I go. It's always worth looking at how things look through the screen on your camera and not just relying on how things look through your eyes. Things can look different on camera than they do through your eyes. Okay, hey Siri, turn on my cinema lamp. There we go. So it's illuminated that area over there a little bit. I think that one actually needs to be a bit brighter. Hey Siri, cinema lamp, 50%. So with those two lights on, the background has a bit of depth and a bit of sort of a sense that something's there. It just doesn't look dingy and boring, but it's not taking over the shot. And then I'm completely illuminated by the light outside. What I can experiment with doing as well is I've got these curtains. Now, obviously on camera, I'm not going to cover the camera up, but if I bring this back like this, then what I can do is I can pull the curtains backwards and forwards to see how the light changes on my face there. Now, I'm actually suspecting I'm filming in a log profile, which makes their picture on the screen look very, very flat, but I actually suspect that light might be better. I'm going to roll with this light just for the purposes of the video. I'm going to open these curtains up nice and wide. The next thing you can do then, with your light in the background, with your light hitting you, I'm standing about an arm's length away from this window, just for your reference, but don't use an arm necessarily, just use what looks good on your face. And obviously you don't want to be too close to the camera like that and chop the top of your head off and things like that. If you want to do framing, check out my framing video. But what we're going to do now is give my face a bit more definition. At the moment, it's very evenly lit. There's not much shape to it. To add a little bit of contouring and to thin yourself out a little bit if you need to. I'm in my 40s, I probably need to, even on this wide lens. If you turn your face a little bit, and if you look what's happening to the light on my face, this side's illuminated, this side isn't so much. And what that does is it has a sort of a natural thinning effect, if you like, on camera, which is really, really nice for anyone who's advancing in their years like I am. Who am I kidding? The 40s isn't that old. It's the new 20s or something. That's what all the 40-year-olds keep talking about anyway. But anyway, what it does is it helps just give my face a little bit more definition and a little bit more shape, but without having to use professional lights and know how to use them. So practice with that. Just turn around, like go to 45-degree angle to your light source most of the time. But there's no right or wrong. It's whatever looks good for your face. But 45 tends to be a pretty common, solid angle to use. That's what most people suggest for cinematic lighting and sort of high quality interview lighting. That term cinematic gets overused a lot. Let's just say high quality for the purpose of this video. So what do you think? Do you like this shot better? I actually quite like that, but not necessarily the background. I like the background there, even with the mess and my TV and all that sort of stuff. But hopefully you get what I'm talking about. It is literally this easy, using just the lights in my house and a window to light myself really, really well. Now, for a lot of people, they don't necessarily have all their furniture and their camera set up and whatever they want in front of a window. It might necessitate a little bit of extra setup, or using a tiny little camera like the one I've got in my hand right here, just to get yourself in front of a light source. But it's an incredibly powerful thing to do. Once you get outside, once you start using natural light, it can be far easier. I'm going to tackle all the pitfalls of filming outside in another video that's coming very soon. But for now, that is some really simple, really easy indoor lighting to help you with your YouTube setups, your work calls, whatever else. Find a nice source of light. So a window or a nice bright light that doesn't cast a color on your face. When I say cast a color, by the way, I'm talking about that yellowish color from bulbs like that. That might make you look a bit yellow, or might make you look a bit blue if it's fluorescent lighting. So look at the quality of lighting on your face and how your camera deals with it. And then ultimately, I'd say try and go for a bit of contour. I do like that. If I was going to spend more time on this shot, I'd probably put some more lights to light up that bookshelf. I'd get rid of this curtain somehow, push it out of the way somehow, or reframe myself a little bit. There we go, starting to get there. I'd make sure that that television wasn't in the background. I can stand there to hide it. I think I'm coming up with a pretty good shot for one of my next videos. Anyway, I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing of that. But that's it. That's how simple it is to light yourself. These lights that I've got set up here, as you can see, they were just mimicking what I was able to do with natural daylight from the window and a couple of lights I switched on in the background. In fact, the lamp right next to me is still on now and kind of giving me a warm glow. I might use that again in the future. So, that's really basic lighting. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was helpful. Stay tuned, subscribe for more like this, and for even more in-depth deep dives into creativity, inspiration, the processes of others, and me profiling some of the great creatives like Anthony Bourdain. You can check out that video on my channel as well, who have inspired me to do my work. Take care. See you soon. Bye.